insecure, man, rejected, dejected, filled with resentment, don't look the same, lack of attention, lack of quality. Woo! Wives, mothers, listen to me. You already have a stressful job. Raising children. I mean, you have a desire to have children. But man, I'm telling you, children, it's very stressful. Men, you need to do what you can, all that you can, to try to help. I didn't say do her job, but to try to help mama out as much as possible, especially when you come home. I remember when I was in the military, man, when I come home, man, the children be waiting at the door for me. Because, you know, children are so beautiful when they're young. They be waiting at the door. What would dad do? Man, I'd drop my bag and I'd head straight to the playground with them. We'll be out there for a couple hours. Be throwing balls, swinging, running around the circle, riding bikes or whatever. Good, joyful time of life. It really was. Of course, you know, when they become teenagers, now they ain't got time for all that stuff. They're starting to discover themselves and everything, and they're putting some distance between you. Wives, don't you ever put your children, your husband's children, before the husband. Don't ever do it. It's the biggest mistake in the world you can make. Get ready. Strap in. Here come the truth and the true Straitway. All right, here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna answer this, and I'm gonna keep it 100. You ask, and so I'm gonna tell. I've had, just this past week, 3 women ask me straight up, Pastor Dow, my man, he has done lost interest in me. He's not doing this, he's not doing that. I feel like the family's neglected, blase, so forth and so on. Let me make a long story short. All right, women, I really wish you could listen to me. I really, truly do. I really wish you could. The problem is a bunch of things right here, and I'm going to go ahead and go in on this, all right? All right, listen to me. There are a few factors that are going on here. You see, most women, when they get married, all right, they feel like that they've got it made. And the man, after marriage, after children, has become nothing more than a bank account. He's become nothing more than a feature or a silhouette to provide for you, especially if you are a stay-at-home mom. And of course, women forget that the priority of the family is the man. And whether you like it, comprehend it, understand it or not, your children do not come before your husband. Did y'all hear me out there? You see, what happens is especially if you are one of these mothers, you got to go to work, you've got children, you got to cook, you got to clean. You're literally wore out. All the place wore out. And then when it comes time for you to actually have some intimate time with your husband, you put him on a back burner. You put him on a back burner. You neglect. You let yourself go. You let your body go because you don't look the way that you used to look when you first got together. And it's just a sad situation because, see, y'all have a way of thinking that is totally contrary to the way that the man sees things. And that's the reason why when you have it in your mind, some of you out there, you're going to get these men and you're going to develop and have what you call these trap babies, where you think you're going to trap this man just by having a baby. I'm sure that you look at the statistics in the world and you look at just relationships that you're familiar with. This stuff don't work. You see, when y'all were husband, or let's say when y'all were dating, everything was new, the experience is fine, and you're painting a picture. Both parties is of each other, because all time, all energy, and all effort is devoted singularly to each one. That's what it is. When you become married and you start having children are time consumers, very serious time consumers. And then what happens is that after a few times of you woman, putting forth rejections, for instance, when it's time at night to be intimate, all of a sudden I'm too tired, I don't feel like it, or you lay there like a zombie or something like that, that man is going to start building up a wall against you. He's going to start putting his attention and focus on other things. In lieu of that, you're going to end up starting to resent him. And in lieu of that, because you refuse to give that man the attention that he deserves, what's going to happen is he's going to go look for what you call love in all the wrong places. That's the reason why I say over and over again that the biblical Hebrew marriage and lifestyle is the ultimate way. Not only is it the ultimate way for people who are seeking a higher walk with the Most High Yah and to keep peace in their home. You're not going to sit up there and have a man that is a faithful man, a man that is a family man, a man that desires to take care of his wife and his children. All of a sudden, he's going to experience ostracization. All of a sudden, he's going to experience neglect. All of a sudden, he is not the center, attention, and focus of the relationship. See, most of you women, your problem is this. You put everything in life after you get married before your husband, when he should be the first priority in everything. He's the king. And I know where you learned this behavior from. You learned it from this damn world out here. Yeah, that's where you get it. And then if your husband ends up going out and get some attention from another woman, the first thing you want to do is jump jealous. First thing you want to do is go cry wolf to the pastor. Go cry wolf to the elders and preachers. And you want to go tell the pastors, the elder, the preacher, everything this man not doing. He cheating on me. He done went and got another woman. Blah, blah, blah. And the whole time, we're sitting up there watching you. Because some of you are deceivers. You come with a very low, humble spirit, but you're not telling and you're not disclosing the information that all you do is nag. All you do is bitch, gripe, groan, bawl, squall. All you do is sit on your ass and it spreads out and you become unattractive. And that's all you do. Sit around on TV, make sure your life is comfortable and stuff. And the man is just totally on the back burner and he's getting sick and tired. And his day is coming when he's going to put you away. I promise you that. Because some men have a high tolerance and stuff like that. That's why I keep saying over and over and over again that if you women out there, you're so stressed out and everything and stuff, that's why biblical Hebrew marriage or polygyny is the answer, especially economically for our people. It's the answer. Because it actually gives the attention to that man that you're not willing to give anymore because you got this crazy mindset going on in your head. And whether you like it or not, I'm sorry. You know, the majority of men I know, notice I said the majority of men that I know, they're not in that bad of a shape, especially in the ministry and for their age. They're hard-working Israelites. But I tell you what, on the flip side, man, you women, you definitely ain't winning no beauty contest, and you definitely ain't winning no even though we don't participate in them, you definitely ain't looking like no swimsuit models. Well, the man ain't either, but he's out there busting his ass, though, isn't he? Making sure you got a roof over your head, clothes on your back, and shoes on your feet, ain't he doing it? And I'm telling you, we got some, I can show you the brethren that we've got in the ministry. If I was to actually put all the brethren up in the ministry over here, and then I'll put all the sisters over here, and then individually, one by one, we just let each one of them do a pass and review. And then we do an overall vote to see which one is keeping their attraction and which ones have lost it and which one that literally is losing value as they get older. You wouldn't believe how the cards and the deck is stacked against you, woman. You see, the priorities are out of order. Pastor Dow's trying to help you. That's what I'm trying to do. Because a real man, he's not going to tolerate this stuff. I'm telling you, he ain't going to put up with it. He will tolerate for love's sake, and he will put up things for a little while. But man, when things start to get going south and stuff, no. I promise you, there is somebody out there that looks at your man and sees exactly what goes on, because a woman knows a woman knows a woman. You can't tell me that she don't. And especially in the Israelite heritage of our culture and understanding polygyny, man, if this man turns around and starts looking at this woman over here and he decides he's going to take her as a wife, guess what? You ain't ready. You all jacked up. You go through all these emotions. You go through all this jealousy. You go through all this rejection. You go through all this hatred. And then when they first come in, you make sure that you do everything you can to make it hell on earth for that man. And I'm telling you what's in the back of that head of that man's mind is that you can't get your crap right after a little period of time. You're going to be the one that's going to be put away. You know why? Because you have given him no attention. You have given him no value. You have added nothing to him but heartache and trouble, and he does not feel like the king in his own. I'm talking real talk here for all of you out there that you say you want help. If you don't want it, then stop emailing me your problems and your troubles and stuff, because I'm trying to tell you what the problem is. It's a systemic problem in not only in Israel, but in the world. You people got a backwards mind and a backwards spirit. Now, I can understand your beef. If you got this lazy sluggard of a man that just simply will not take care of his responsibilities, got you out there working and hitting it and stuff. And I'm telling you, if you the one that's working it and you the one that's hitting it and out there, you the one keeping the family afloat as a woman, I'm going to give you your recourse. Get rid of that man, because he ain't no man after all. He ain't no man at all. See, there's always answers and solutions for everything. It really is. But too many times, more often than not, most of you just need a real good look in the mirror and a reality of yourself. I'm telling you. I wish we had that blog talk. I wish somebody could find that blog talk radio where Sister Sierra said that she keeps herself, just like she did in the day that when her and her husband was dating or betrothed. She keeps herself because she ain't gonna let herself go. And she's had 2 children. And most you use children as an excuse to get fat. Then you come up with these, I don't know why I can't lose weight. I don't know why. I tell you the reason why, because you eating too much and you love sugar. You see, it's all a dog and pony show. It's just a sad reality. But anyway, I know that this has offended some of you, but guess what? Ain't nothing gonna change until you acknowledge the truth. You had better hope. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna end this video on this point right here, and this gonna sting. In case you hadn't figured it out, women, you command and demand attention from your teens, like 15, 16, all the way up to maybe about 30, 35. After that, man, it seemed like y'all just fall off the deep end. It's just like something done happened. Midlife crisis, I don't know. You don't care. You don't nothing. Men, all right, they full of testosterone and everything, and then most of them are irresponsible and don't have family in mind and maturity. But man, it seems like when a man starts hitting 35, especially if he's a man that take care of himself, 35, 40, 45, 50, man, I'll give you an example. Let me just give you an example. But anyway, it seems like that man, he grows in value. And it seems like that women who are younger, who are looking for stability, are actually looking for men that are mature. I'm serious. But give an example. You look at this, who was that Brad Pitt was married to? Angelina Jolie, something like that. All right? Look at her now and look at him. And then check this out. Mel Gibson, 61 years old. He just got finished having another child by a 26-year-old woman. I don't see nothing wrong with it. No, especially because I know what the Bible says. You in your Greco-Roman European mindset may think there's something wrong with it, but people do it all the time. Look at our president. Donald Trump, what is he, 70 years old? His wife is what? 36, 70. Think about that for a moment. Phew, I'm telling you. I would think that women would sober up and stop all this rebuttal, all this comeback. And the worst things that y'all do is y'all try to always ally and get other disgruntled, other murmuring, griping, complaining, sorry women who are in the same condition and the same state you are. You try to get them over to your side. And then you cause more division. And a man, I'm telling you, there's people. I just met a man the other day up here as a store owner of a convenient market. Man, married 40 years. Counted like it was nothing. Done. I think that everybody, both male and female, you really truly need to understand what your priorities is. But since this was about women right me, mothers, wives concerned, you had better, I don't care what distractions you got, you better grab a hold of some consciousness. And you had better put your husband first and foremost, because without him, you would be nothing. And that's where America comes in with this feminist movement. You see, girl, you need to go and get your own job, get your own career and stuff. Yeah, you get your own job, own career, and guess what? By the time you get 30 and 40 years old, you ain't got no man. It's a sad shame. You've been gained. That's the reason why that women, especially mothers, they belong at home. Chase keepers at home. But you see, it's all reverse psychology in order to doom you, even more so. And some of you still won't get it, because your pain of what you feel and your wicked emotion, because your brain is so stout and so staunch in resistance and seeing things your sorry way, that you're just going to go ahead and live out your days in misery. That's all there's to it, in misery. Because the way I preach and the way I teach, men are discovering themselves. Men are learning how to be men. And men are learning that they do not have to tolerate your indignities. They don't have to tolerate your neglect. They don't have to tolerate your inconsistencies. They don't have to tolerate your attitude. They realize this and they get it, because for the first time in life, they are learning what it truly means to be a man. And my name, Shalom, is Pastor Dow. You better wake up, sisters. You had better wake up. And another thing hit my mind too. What is it with you sisters that once you get married, you run around the house just looking like any old and out of everything, and you're not trying to keep yourself and attractive whatsoever at all, and then you want to use the reverse psychology and blame it all on the man, and it's just unbelievable. I'm telling you, men don't play those games. They don't play no game. I mean, you get married, and then if you become a stay-at-home mom, and you're okay, let me go back to this. Do you remember how you acted? Do you remember how you kept yourself? And you remember how the way you were when you were courting, dating, betrothed, or whatever? My question to you is, why lose that when you get married? Why? Is it going? Hey, the older you get, I promise you, it's going to take more time, more energy, and more effort, because you're going to get old, to stay attractive, to at least keep the attention of your man. You should be working on that instead of this philosophy. Well, he said, I already love me for who I am. Well, he didn't love you. Anyway, I'm gonna stop it right here before I get very offensive here, because you have to, y'all sisters, you need to understand. Listen, when you talking to Pastor Dow, you talking to a man. You talking to one of these castrated and feminized men. I'm telling you, I'm giving you the straight up. And you need to change your ways.